Alright, we back on, man. This see, saying fucking with the feed big time, bro. That shit just shut out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, this is the third shot.
Hey, quick to Mark's point, so we're gonna be seeing robots walking around governing the spot. Weaponry. What you gonna do with a robot, Jake?
Alright, we back on, brothers.
What you gonna do with the why? They gonna be TV's gonna be getting turned off out here. And we understand it. I got this real quick. Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. So what we are about to witness, okay, is something that the world has never seen before. The world has seen great tribulation. They've seen tribulation. They've seen horrific events and horrific things happen. But what we are about to enter into, okay, it's like nothing the world has ever seen, okay? Because you have to factor in this technology that Esau has at his disposal, okay? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and he is using, okay, that power that he has, okay, to usher in utter madness, horror, death, okay, led by a lot of these robots, okay, all types of laser weaponry that this man has, man. All right, we are about to see things that the world has never seen before. We think back to, you know, slavery times and the horrific nature that Esau has dealt with the Israelites. All right, this devil has done a number on us physically and mentally. All right, I'm talking about the atrocities that he's done with the things putting in Israelites' mouth, breaking their mouth up, cutting rods off and doing all of that. That's tribulation, man. That's hell, right? But the time we're in 2025, the times we're coming in now, man, we are about to see things that the world has never seen before, could even imagine. That's the time we're entering into. We can see it.
That's right.
What's up? Can you get the book of St. Matthew 24, verse 12?
I was when I had stepped off early, I was talking to the preacher's car, and he had mentioned, because yesterday, remember I told y'all brothers I was fucking at work and just tripping the fuck off and shit. Yeah. So we was talking on the phone for a minute, man. You know, brothers, you know what I'm saying, chopping it up. But anyway, we were just talking about privacy and whatnot and da-da-da. Everything that we are saying through the Spirit, brothers, it's falling in place. It's falling in line. Let me just say it like that. Even certain of the things that we were speaking on a couple weeks ago, remember I was talking about how you gonna have motherfuckers pretending to be ICE and shit?
Yeah.
FBI came out and said that motherfuckers is pretending to be ICE. I posted that in the community post too. And that was like 3 weeks ago I had mentioned that, man. Another thing too, well, I mentioned the preacher car. He mentioned that in Chicago, one of them regular cats bucked that ICE. They shot at ICE and all that shit, Border Patrol and shit. So that's some of the things we were mentioning too. Remember the movie The First Purge on Staten Island? How Jake wasn't doing shit, Jake wasn't getting involved in nothing until they sent in agent provocateurs to get shit turned up. So now, that whole shit, like you mentioned too, bro, psyop. This whole world's a fucking psyop. That whole shit shooting back at ICE, be a fucking psyop just so that they can come down more harder. And now, it's funny how they finally shot back at ICE after FBI came out and said that you got fake ICE agents.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. This shit for Gazy's a motherfucker. And when me and Zakar was talking yesterday, I was like, yo, see, that's that gray area, because now people are not going to respect the real authorities now, the ICE authorities. Now they're going to question everybody. Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? You know, ice my ass. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, bro, this shit going to get real sticky, and this is going to be total, all gray areas. That's why the scripture said in Apocrypha, they should not regard their kings nor princes. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You coming up to a regular dude, we said this last week and the week before. You walk up to a regular dude talking about, yo, come with us. And he's strapped. And he in a state where you could stand your ground, castle law, and all this other shit. Shoot first, ask later. That nigga gonna do what he gotta do. Especially if you're not identifying yourself. So it's about to be the wild, wild west out here, man. Swords in their hands. And All praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua. I just wanted to say that, man.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And it reads, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah, so because iniquity shall abound.
Which one was that on?
What is iniquity? Iniquity is sin upon sin. What is sin? Transgression of the law. What is the wages of sin? Death. So, because iniquity shall abound, because sin upon sin shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Hey, come prepared, man. It's getting cold out here, brother. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in your trunk.
And
in your trunk.
stealing from one another.
Oh, yeah, you like that.
Right? And that's proven in second Ezra. The Lord, when he said that,
I had to come here. I had to.
For sure, for
But
sure.
I don't come here. My spirit ain't right.
and all these things are going to happen because iniquity will abound.
And I'm gonna talk to
In fact, can you look at that word abound the moment?
Well,
For gratification,
there was nothing. I mean,
stick it out. So, because sin upon sin will abound, which will bring death.
I know,
As
but
the
it's
wages
you
of
gotta
sin
do what you
death,
gotta do.
the love of many shall rise.
Come next
because
week.
you knows evil.
Lord's will, man.
Love will be out the window.
All right, bro? Yup.
You're going to be in the season. Shalom, brother. Shalom. You're going to be in the season of hate and not love, which is Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. Because everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the sun. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. And the Lord has allowed us to clearly understand that we are in the season of hate. Okay?
It's G4:129, and it's
Yeah, G stands for Greek. Whenever you look at the Strongs and you see G or H, H stands for Hebrew and G stands for Greek. So Strong's, G, Greek, go ahead.
Thuno, and it says to increase, to multiply,
To increase, to multiply.
to be increased.
So because iniquity shall abound, because iniquity shall increase. Go ahead.
It says, yep.
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, God. That's right. It says to be increased, be multiplied, to be increased, to multiply.
What is it? Okay. So to multiply. So iniquity will multiply.
So it said, this is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall multiply
Right.
or be multiplied,
Right, so because iniquity shall abound, because sin upon sin shall multiply, shall increase, which will bring death, as the wages of sin, which are wages of payment, okay, is death. The love of many shall wax, which means to grow or increase. Cold. Yeah, you want to check that out? That's it. That's what that says.
yep.
Can I give a quick example of what you're saying? We just saw a recent example of that with this whole SNAP thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because what did people say they were going to do if they didn't get their benefits?
Right.
Right? They was just going to crash out. I'm going in the store. I'm taking what I want. I dare somebody to stop. I dare somebody. So I'm going to have my big cousin with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I dare you to do something, right? So that you're gonna have that, and you're gonna have people just waiting, lurking outside the grocery store, waiting for you to pull off, and they're gonna run down on you. You know what I'm saying? And take your groceries. You know? So we just saw an example of that abounding iniquities.
You know, and mind you, they show that in movies, War of the Worlds. Okay, you know, I Am Legend. The supermarkets become the war zone.
Always.
And speaking of that, I just saw a video on X where a Walmart is filled with food. Why? Because nobody has received SNAP benefits to be able to go on these Walmart and other stores to buy all those Cheetos, Conquers, and all this extra bullshit. To really buy essentials, in other words.
So they're losing millions of dollars.
So they're
basically.
losing
That's
money.
crazy.
Yeah, brother.
And guess what? Eventually, shit has a Best Buy date, or Best Buy XYZ, whatever the case may be. So they have to buy, or they have to rather sell certain goods before a particular date. See? So shit is getting, it's getting serious, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh, real quick. So thinking about it, going back to what Mariah was saying, the damage is already done. And I was just thinking about it. The longer you wait, the worse it's gonna get.
Exactly.
So either way, like the ball was saying, you're between a rock and a hard spot. Because it's only through time, it's only gonna get worse. Because I forgot about these like Walmart, all these other places. They rely, Costco's, your BJ's. They rely on WIC and EBT.
That's right, bro.
See?
Now people's not going there. Not mind you, what makes money flourish? It gotta move around. It gotta circulate. If the money's not circulating, shit is gonna be.
Well, guess what? If there's no money to be circulated, then how are business gonna make money? Because remember, when unemployment skyrockets, velocity, which is the flow of money within the economy, begins to dry up. Okay? It begins to dry up because there's no money flowing around. People aren't really spending money. Okay? So many will argue that that creates a deflationary setting, but the way shit is right now, we are in stagflationary, inflationary environment. So shit is real fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
Shit is real fucked up.
Yeah.
So all these things, in addition to people not even being able to see the snap and all this extra shit, they're gonna be real fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
This is a surgical strike against Babylon.
Yeah.
Because 2020 was, bro, it could take a decade and plus for an economy to recover from something drastic such as a scam skimming. You know what I'm saying? So it's only been, I want to say less than 5 years, because 2020 was the start of it. It went into 2021, and then 2022, the air smoke started to clear, if anything.
Yeah.
So 22, 23, 24, 25. It's only 3 years.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
you know, for an economic rebound, they could still tell you that things have not recovered since the scam skimming. You know what I'm saying? So this right here is just gonna make matters worse. Day 39. Beautiful, bro. This is. Hey, you know what? Hey, all praise to 𝐆𝐿 𝐍𝐘𝐂 𝐂𝐿. I feel that excitement like I did in 2020. Real talk. No, I feel that excitement, man.
Yeah.
I really do, bro. And may the Lord escalate it, because wintertime, things slow down, period.
Right.
Commerce slow down in the wintertime, period, bro.
Right.
No jobs. Now they talking about energy prices are going skyrocketing through the roof. That's bad.
Yeah.
Electrical heating, man, that shit bite your ass, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Huh?
The travelers, it's like the travelers being, the airports and the travelers being cut down. And these are like airlines. So like thinking about how, and then this is a time where they make money off airlines. This is for holiday seasons. That's the word.
Yeah. This is a perfect time. November, December, into January, early January 1st is the perfect time to fuck up in the economy. Perfect time, bro. In the winter. Pray that your flight be not in the winter. 𝐷𝐿𝐿 said it back then. We could apply that principle now. It's never a good time to have to run in the winter time, bro.
And the traditional expectation that economists, people in general have of society's so-called rebounding based on technicals and all that, it's not going to be the same, because this time is going to be different.
I'm gonna send y'all a video in this
time's
chat.
gonna be different. The Most High is going to really open the floodgates of judgment and turn people's whole world upside down.
I'm gonna send it over here too.
Okay. Brother, want to bring us like
So he was mentioning that stagflation period. He was talking earlier about how, you know, with the debt, and 𝐷𝐿𝐿 mentioned, look, you can't just print the money, right? Because why?
See?
That will drag us in. It'll make it worse because if what it'll do, it will devalue the money and it'll lead us into a hyperinflation period.
It's going to have an adverse effect.
And we have the adverse effect.
That's why, in spite of low velocity, many will argue that it will create a deflationary setting. However, due to a printing of money and an injection of said money into the economy, you're going to add pressure on something that you've been trying to suppress, and it eventually is going to go right before back up. So the traditional consensus is not going to be the same, man. It's not going to be the same, bro.
Come on.
It's going to get, bro, this shit is going to get real fucking bad, bro.
Read this real quick.
Let's go now. To your mother we going. Let's go.
You want to listen to the Bible?
I want to check you so bad.
This is Matthew 24:12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah, so he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Yahweh Shah said, the man that keepeth the word of my patience, I will also keep him from the hour of temptation. So what are we enduring? We're enduring these different trials and tribulations, different forms of temptation. And ultimately, when they mandate that chip, the Lord's going to keep us from that. Help us to endure it through those times. Yeah, 2nd Ezra 15.
There's 15. Start at 14.
Got it.
7. Start at 14.
Yeah.
Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Right, the word war means destruction. So destruction to the world, which is currently ruled by the wicked, and to them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. The sword is an instrument of cruelty. And the sword is the wicked pursuant to Psalm chapter 17, verse 13, whose blessing was and is the sword, which comes in the form of the modern day gun, the technology, the military, and ultimately the weapons of the Lord's indignation, which are the ICBM nuclear missiles. So woe to the world and them that dwell therein, because the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. So there. Go ahead.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another.
Right, one people shall stand up and fight against another. Nation against nation. So there's going to be race wars. Right?
And swords in their hands.
Swords in their hands. Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men.
And I'm going to look at the word sedition.
Yeah, I got you.
So there shall be sedition among men.
It says, so sedition is overt conduct over speech that encourages or incites rebellion,
Right.
insurrection,
Right.
or resistance against the established government or state authority.
Right, so sedition is incitement to oppose lawful authority through violence, through uproars. Go ahead.
But yeah, that's just, yeah, sedition is over.
That's it. All right, so go back to
So back in 2nd Ezra 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another.
All right, so there's going to be sedition among men. Incitement to rebel against lawful authority among men and invading one another. Men are going to be invading the homes of one another. Okay? Go ahead.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
That's why there's going to be sedition. There shall be what?
It says, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another,
Right.
they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes because they're going to be seditious. Okay, go ahead.
And the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
So the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So whatever they see fit to do in their own best interest, they're going to do that. Because they're not going to listen to the law. They're not going to listen to their presidents, their governors, their mayors, their local leaders. They're not going to care. Because they're going to be in a seditious, rebellious spirit. Got it,
And they're not even going to have a real solution for you. You know, imagine your mayor coming on to the TV with some sort of announcement. Really, the only thing they're going to tell you is go to this location, you know, or some sort of relief or whatever. We'll send you to the chip.
Right. Yeah, they're gonna have tipping stations. That's what they're gonna have. You know, the whole thing's gonna have tipping stations.
Shalom,
my brother.
brother.
The reason why people are gonna be, you know, it's gonna be major sedition because they're gonna realize that their own government failed them. Within their government.
Just like how people lining up at the food banks.
Oh, yeah.
They can be lining up at shipping stations.
Yeah.
You know, like how many of these people are actually going to food banks prior to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Going to pantries and shit. But ain't nothing wrong with going to pantries. You know, if you sit around, you got shit else to do, and hey, listen, go get some shit. But now Jake want to wait till last minute to where it's a fucking 200 man line. Now go get pantry where they rationing stuff at the pantry now. You know, people be shitting on pantries, but yo, I got relatives and family members, man. They swear by it, bro. That's a hobby for their ass, going to the pantry.
Yeah.
We are going. Are we going to the pantry? Okay, all right, cool. Give me some.
Now these government workers are on the internet now talking about how they've been having to go down to those food banks because they're not getting paid.
Hey, it's a spirit too. I mentioned that pantry thing, right? One job I was on, doing my job, whatever. You know, one lady came out and she was like, "Hey, you guys want anything?" To me, and my supervisor. We're like, "Yeah, no, we cool, being modest and shit." He's like, "No, take what you want, take what you want." So we was like, "Really? Okay, all right." So we went inside. It was a room with just pantry shit in and whatever. She's like, "Take whatever you want." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll take one of these." She's like, "No, take more." So I'm like, "All right, I'll take one of these too." And this is like a week ago, in the midst of this whole snap issue shit. Oh yeah, I sent the on the chat. Yeah. So I was like, "Hey man, listen, shit get ugly. The Lord is gonna feed His men. The Lord's gonna feed His men regardless, bro." So I was like, "Man, I'm gonna take one of this." Took like a bunch of shit for my seeds. Took some shit for myself. She came out with a box of fruits for me and my supervisor. One box for me, one box for him. Just mad fruits. And I love eating fruits and shit. So I was like, "Hey, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah." You know what I'm saying? Word.
Back in 2 Timothy 16 and 17, it says, "A man shall desire to go into a city that shall not be able."
We're seeing that right now. A man shall desire to go into a city but shall not be able. Because airports are going to be closed down. Bridges are going to be closed. Tunnels are going to be closed. Bridges are going to be closed. A man shall desire to go into a city but shall not be able.
It says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled."
And that's why all these things are happening. For because of the pride of the people. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. Right?
The houses shall be destroyed.
So the city which makes up the people are going to be troubled. And their houses shall be destroyed. Because men are going to be breaking into the homes of one another. Spoiling their goods. Including their wives and daughters and sons.
It says that men shall be afraid.
Men shall be afraid. Men shall be afraid. So if men are going to be afraid, how much more women? See, Eve thinks that she's this, she's so equal to a man. I'm a big bad, you know. I'm a superwoman. All right. We gonna see when all hell breaks loose how much of a superwoman you think you are. Society has really fooled you women, man. Remember, good times what? Good times create weak men. Weak men create bad times, and bad times create strong men. We are entering into worse times. So that whole feminine spirit, that spirit of, you know, women being on top of men, most times going to destroy that spirit. Go ahead.
You sort of made things too comfortable for you, man.
Yeah. And you even got, believe it or not, brother, you even got women that call themselves being Israelites in the faith that's behaving like that.
Yeah.
And they're going to get it far worse than those that don't know the truth that's in the world. You fuck around, you're going to find out. You ever heard about that before? Fuck around and find out? If you haven't, well, now you have. There's a reason why the Most High, one of his titles is a king of terrors. Yeah, right. You're gonna find out. Big time. Go ahead.
Hey, real quick, hey, it's almost as like you said, men are it's almost as like other, I don't just say it, it's other Israelite camps. Hey man, it's almost like they're not taking heed to the warning.
Yeah.
You know, starting up debate leagues.
Yeah.
You know, doing all types of shit that like, you know what I mean? Like that's for start up a league.
Damn.
That means you are expecting this thing to play out, stretch out. You know what I mean? We're going to have this guy coming this week, this guy coming next week, and then next month we're going to have this debate for this week, and who the winner out of that one's going to debate next month.
You know what's at the forefront of their so-called ministry? Money, man. A lot, and women, right? A lot of these guys out there, they're putting out content strictly for the fact that their platform is monetized, you know? So, you know, just like these content creators, they keep coming, they gotta come to content, otherwise they ain't gonna get paid. They ain't gonna get no money. So they gotta make this thing into something that's going to benefit their pockets, man. All right, and that's a form of selling out. You know, for the guys like Genesis, 𝐓𝐿, 𝐍𝐘𝐂, you know, you guys out there that you only really doing it because your heart is with getting paid, man. You just making Israel. You're putting Israel as a merchandise front. You're pushing Israel just to make money off of Israel.
Because the Lord said, "Buy the truth and sell it not."
Yeah.
We bought this truth with our life. That's what we're doing, and we're not selling it, man. We're giving it freely. When we sacrifice our life, listen. When you see our elders and our apostles said, you got to count the cost, man. This is not a gang. This is not a fraternity. This is our history, our nationality, and our lifeline, man. You don't just pick up the plow and just turn off. You know what? I'm tired of this now. Lord, they come back. I'm done. I'm going back. Nah, man. So a lot of you people, you done mess with the king of terrors, the real Godfather, man. You think you can turn it back on the Lord? Are you crazy?
Hey, bro. You know what the most extremely scary thing is? The fact that the Lord is the one that directed the steps of the man.
Goes it on next.
Right? So with that, we're going to give all praises, blessings, glories, and honors to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors unto our elder apostles and bishop of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Oh, wow.
Shalom to the elect.